War. War never changes. The truth is,
in this world, you are kept safe. Vault 66 protects us from radiation, disaster, and much worse. Wastelanders now roam the land, doing as they please without laws or rules. Even worse, robotic humans known as synths weave their way through society. And worse, mutants, monsters, and dangerous beasts seek to destroy us all. Luckily, some are very special. They will survive long enough to endure the fallout and help rebuild our world. Welcome to Fallout Origins.
We've made a good pickaxe. We've made a good shovel. We've made a good axe here in Fallout Origins. In addition to that, we've also made an awesome hammer and some other tools such as a lumber axe and an excavator. But we've still been rocking a pretty bad sword we got early on, and it only does 7 attack damage. And I think today is the day we need to change that. So we're gonna make a Tinker's Construct sword, and that's what we need to do. It's just the thing we're gonna need. So let's start by getting a mending moss right off the bat. And this is gonna cost us a lot of EMC. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like a very expensive piece of tool, but it'll be very valuable. So we're gonna need to get some steel. So it's already costing us a nice chunk of change so far in EMC, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about it because we do need to craft this sword. It's kind of important that we do this. So let's do that. And while we're at it, let's also fill it up with just a little bit more lava, because thankfully we have a lava mutated chicken here in the wasteland. So as long as we get a bucket, we should be good. Let's get one of those. Actually, we could literally just take a lava bucket like that, but I'd rather just do it this way just because it's, you know, makes this more worthwhile, I guess you could say. So do that, and boom, we're gonna pick up the lava, and we'll throw the rest of the lava eggs right there, because of course our smeltery does need this to stay fueled. Okay, now we already have what we want to use for the head of the sword. We're going to be using this one right here. It is probably one of the best sword heads possible, and it's just the one that I want to use. Okay, so we got that, which is pretty useful. We're gonna need a wide guard, and we already have a tool rod. So let's go ahead and get the wide guard crafted here, and then we got to turn it into one of the casts. Okay, and then pattern goes there. This cobblestone and stuff can stay there for now, and we got this. Now as far as what we want to make it out of, we want to make it out of energetic alloy. I'm not sure. We're gonna be just making a bunch of different options, and then we'll choose what the best combination is from there. I think that's probably the best course of attack as far as how we should do this thing. So we're gonna do that, and then now we're gonna make an obsidian one of these, and then we're gonna make steel ones, and we're gonna see what the best possible combination is. Now we're also gonna be able to throw on a lot of quartz to increase our quantity of upgrades we can put and modifiers onto the weapon. But we opened some chance cubes, and we actually got something really, really awesome. A nether star. If you guys don't know, you can put a nether star on to a tool for tinkers, and you actually get another additional modifier in addition to the ones that you normally start with. So we're going to have even more modifiers on our sword, which could mean even more sharpness or other things along those lines. It's overall just going to be really flipping awesome, and it's going to help us create a very powerful sword, because we're going to need it, because we got to leave our vault pretty soon. We've been here for a while, but I've been afraid because like people seem to be getting more and more like powerful, and you know, there's just dangerous stuff out here in the wasteland, and I just don't want to have to deal with the dangerous stuff. Okay, like I want to be able to take out whatever's thrown my way, and the only way to make sure of that is to have a good weapon. So let's get started with this. Now as far as damage, the attack is going to be 10.72, I'm pretty sure, for anything. So we're looking primarily for durability here. So let's see, that has a 1.8k. That only has a 10. This has that. Okay, so we're going to want to make it out of energetic alloy. We also get a +5 to the undead. So we're going to go ahead and make that right there. So already the sword is doing 10 attack damage. So that's already pretty good. Well, let's go ahead and get the that does not no longer. Okay, I guess it doesn't give me another modifier. It gives me a soulbound ability, which I don't know what that does. But let's get mending moss on there so the sword will mend up. And let's go ahead and just see what sort of things we can throw on to it here. Now, technically, we could make a tinker's book and look into this, and maybe that would be a good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to need a blank pattern. Do we have any of those? We do. And then we're going to need a book. I'm pretty sure we should have that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and just craft this up here. And let's see, materials and U modifiers. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to look for these and see if that's even a thing that happens anymore. So sharpness is quartz. Okay, we're gonna want that. Gonna want quartz. What else would we want? Anything? We'll see. We gotta just double check to see if there's anything else that might be valuable in addition to that. We can put fiery on there. We can get like a fire move if we wanted to with blaze powder. All right, here we go. And we can throw knockback on it if we wanted to. But do we want to? Mending moss we're gonna want. We already have that on there. All right. I don't know if there's anything else we're gonna want on there. I feel like we don't need anything else. So to be honest, we're probably just gonna throw a ton of quartz onto this sword right now. I think that's gonna be what we want to do. So give me a ton of quartz. Let's just go ahead and pack this thing on. Now we can get the soulbound ability, but we really don't have to worry about that. So we're not gonna go ahead and do it. It's just not needed. And okay, there we go. So sharpness, that increases it by 2 attack damage, and that increases it by 4 attack damage. So now it does 14 attack damage, which is very, very nice. And as you can see, will be quite powerful against any enemies we might have to deal with out there, which is quite good. Okay, so that's definitely a good thing to not have to worry about. We're gonna end up throwing the nether star back. Now, this sword was still very, very expensive to make as far as like valuables go, but it will be worthwhile in the end. Okay, we're gonna definitely get value out of this weapon. And let's see if we can go ahead and test it on a few different mobs or something along those lines, just to see really how good it is of a sword. I'm gonna try to find some mobs to test this sword on. I think it's gonna be like a pretty overpowered sword. So okay, so it doesn't one-shot a creeper, but it'll two-shot a creeper, which is still pretty good. That is not bad at all. This is going to be quite nice of a sword. I can already see it happening. Now, here we go. We got a skeleton to worry about. And oh my gosh, it can one-shot a skeleton. Okay, and we got a baby zombie on us. Because we got to remember, to undead, it does an increased amount of damage, okay? So that's quite nice. And it's currently doing 14 attack damage, okay, which is quite strong, but it also does +5 to undead such as zombies and skeletons and stuff along those lines. So that's pretty good. This is not a bad sword in the slightest. It's actually like a pretty decently powerful sword to have in the wasteland. And I'm getting shot at right now, so it'd be nice if we figure. Okay, we died. Would have been nice if we figured that out, but unfortunately we died instead, which isn't the most ideal of situations. But hey, now we can test the sword on our way back over, I guess, to our base. So it's actually not that bad or anything along those lines. Like, it's definitely doable to test this sword out and really see its full potential and its full power. I mean, it's quite strong, clearly, as that it can like 1 or 2 shot most mobs, which makes it nice. Okay, and there's a lot of mines around here. I'm gonna stay very clear of those because I don't really want anything to blow up. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want these mines to blow up. We're also lacking in the armor department. It seems like some of our diamond armor broke, so when we get back to our base, we're gonna need to get that sorted very, very quickly here. Like, we don't have a chest plate, as you can see, and the rest of our diamond armor is almost about to break anyway, so we might as well just upgrade it all and get a brand new set of that. So let's get back into our house successfully, and as soon as we get back into our house, we will go ahead and do just that. Okay, let's do this. We got a bunch of mobs following us, but we got nice password protected doors. Quickly sleep the night away, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this armor because it's gonna be something that we need to do. The armor is just gonna be a super duper important thing we need to get resolved. So let's go ahead and swap this out here, and we have 2 options. We can either craft it or we can go ahead and just take it right out. We're gonna try to craft it though, just because it'll save us some time as far as resources go. So let's go over to our chicken area. Need to get 24 diamonds. All right, so anyone that has a diamond chicken, we can open up and try to see how many diamonds there are. 19 so far. Boom. And there we go. 28. That's exactly what we need. Well, it's a little bit over, but that's okay. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head up and we're gonna craft this diamond armor, and then we'll throw the remainder right back into the wastelander table. I don't want to spend too much of it. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. And we're gonna keep it going because I don't want to waste all of our EMC on something like armor if we don't have to. So let's throw these in there, and then let's get this stuff on, because as you can see, these things cost a lot of EMC. 32,000, 57,000, 65,000, and 40,000. So it's a lot for armor. That is a lot of EMC to spend on armor, but it will be worthwhile. And now let's just go ahead and do a little bit of mob cleanup out here, because there's a few mobs that are still alive, like for instance this skeleton, and then these creepers need to go like very fast. I don't really want them to blow up, so it's pretty important we get rid of those. Okay, we missed, and now it blew up. Okay, we're fine though. We are doing okay. And now this one as well. And we're just clearing out any of the mobs that might be left from the nighttime. But overall, we crafted a pretty dang overpowered sword. Okay, this thing is very powerful and very, very good, which is quite the success. Like we crafted an overpowered sword and an overpowered weapon in the world of Fallout Origins, but we got a lot of work to do left, so we're gonna be diving into that soon enough.